Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy. Today I have another reading wrap up for you all. I'm trying to decide if I want to have like a cute, like kitschy name for it, like the red shelf or the red pile, or I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any idea. Basically, these are replacing monthly wrap ups for me just because I'm just trying to get rid of that pressure in my life, because as silly as that sounds, it definitely is a pressure. So when I have enough books that I feel like I want to share with you all what I've read, I will just make a video. So here we are with the Red Shelf Volume 2. Let's get into it. The first 3 books I'm going to very briefly mention just because I've done a review on all of these books and you should go watch those if you want more of my in-depth thoughts. But guys, be prepared to be freaking shocked because of all these books that I'm going to talk about today. There's 5 of them. 4 of them were 5-star reads. That never happens. Ever. Never in my life has that happened, and I never expect it to happen again. But we're going to enjoy it while it's currently still new and exciting. But the 3 books that I have read and done reviews on that are all 5 out of 5-star reads, which is amazing. The first of which is You Will Not Have My Hate by Antoine Leiris. This is a beautiful book about a man who lost his wife in the 2015 Paris attacks, and it's devastatingly beautiful and you need to go read it. The second of which is Chemistry by Weiki Wang, a debut novel that is wonderfully wry and funny and really hits it home on what it's like to kind of be a millennial now, in the sense that a lot of us are lost and don't know what to do even though we're highly educated, and among other things, being an immigrant, and just, I mean, that's just scratching the surface. So go read this one too. And the third of which is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Just found out this book got longlisted for the Women's Prize, which is so deserving in my opinion. I loved this book. It's about a woman who has been very closed off to everyone her entire life, and around the age of 30, things start to happen and she starts to realize how great it is to be human. So read this one too. The next book that I have is the book that was unfortunately not a 5-star read for me, and this is a book that just in general really disappointed me. This book has been very well received here on BookTube for a variety of reasons, and that is Jen Campbell's The Beginning of the World in the Middle of the Night. If for some reason you don't know, this is a short story collection, the first written by Jen, and Jen is a fellow booktuber in our community as well, a very well-loved one. I'll link her channel down below if by some reason you don't know who she is. And I really, really enjoy her channel, but this book was a miss for me. Ugh, don't prosecute me, please. But I found these stories to not flow, and they just felt very, very forced. There are a lot of topics in this book that are very, very close to Jen's heart. Obviously, she's going to write about those things, but I found that in a lot of ways, to me, they came across like an agenda. Now, she may have done that intentionally to really just slap you as the reader across the face, but I feel like a little bit more subtlety might have been nice. I am terrified to be saying this, but I just feel like the stories felt very, very fabricated, which I recognize all fiction is fabricated, but I think that a story needs to have flow, and I just didn't find that these did. There are a few from this collection that I did enjoy. Let's see here. Let me not be totally prepared for this. I really enjoyed Plum Pie, Zombie Green, Yellow Bee, Purple Monster. I also enjoyed Little Des, The Beginning of the World in the Middle of the Night, and yeah, I mean, I liked those ones. I didn't love them. I think this book is still worth reading. I would love to visit this book again and see if I got more out of it and I enjoyed it more. I also felt like this book just really required you as a reader to sit and pick it apart, excuse me, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think I was in the mood for that at the moment, and every little thing I felt was symbolic of something else, and I just found it to get really heavy, and it made me feel like I wasn't getting enough out of this book that I should have been or was intended. But I would say this book for me was a 2 out of 5 stars. It didn't get along with it very well. But I do think that I would pick up more of Jen's work in the future. I know she just got approved for a book deal, which will be her first novel. I'm excited to read that, but I think there's some merit to this book, but for me, it didn't work with me. It didn't work. The last book of this month is a book that I am so happy to have read now. I feel like one of the last to have done so, and that is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and 5 out of 5 star read for me. I don't know what I expected from this book, but what my reading experience was a million times better than I ever could have imagined or hoped for. I am planning on doing a book chat on this book just because I think there's a lot to chat about. If I have that video already posted, which I might, I will link that up here for you all. But just know that I absolutely adored it. I had really no idea what this book was about. What I thought it was not what it ended up being, but I think that was for the best. And I'm just very, very thankful to have read this book and at this point in time in my life. I can't wait to pick up more Charlotte Bronte. I think she and I will get along very, very well if this book was any indication. And this copy of this Penguin Classics Deluxe Edition is just absolutely stunning. I mean, I'm always here for the watercolor, but the only thing, these dang deckled edges, but it was floppy, so, you know. But 5 star read for sure. All right, guys, there are the 5 fiction books that I've read thus far this year. Let me know if you've read any of them, or if you're planning on reading any of them, or if I've convinced you to read any of them, or you hated any of them. You know the drill. Chat with me down there. But if you guys liked this video, please like it. If you loved it, subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. You guys are more appreciated than you know. And we will see you in my next video. Happy reading.